All right, I'm gonna go over Wednesday price action. So similarly to Tuesday, Wednesday just collapsed. But I guess since it's what is it Q4 on the monthly cycle, right? It's not Q4 on the monthly cycle. Oh, it is. I'm retarded. I looked at the weekly at first. Since it's Q4 on the monthly cycle, I it seems like every time 9:30 just rips and then no opportunity. Because if you look, 9:30 just ripped away and then started chopping and then expanded lower. So it seems to me as if I just got to be entering at 9:30 during Q4s because Q4s are rip, bro. Q4s are crazy clean. Just have to know how to trade them. And like next week, like Monday, next week is let's see, all right. Next week is what? Let's check it on the monthly. I think next week's the blank week. Oh, that's gonna suck. Yeah, that's gonna suck. But actually, I don't know if it's a blank week. I don't think so. Q1's fine. Q1 just chops every time, as you see, like just chop. But at the end of the day, all that matters for me is that 9:30 setup. So anyway, hop on the 15. Similar thing to the previous day. Um, we literally sat in a range, right? Created a low, sat in a range, and it was just a matter of trying to enter in a premium. Now in this case, unlike yesterday, um, my so in this case the premium would have been this high, so that would be the intermediate swing high. We hit true day. This right here is true day and new day opening gap. So price kind of just stayed below. Um, here's the 15. Um, we're stuck in this 5 minute fair value gap, and that was pretty much my game plan was to navigate that gap. Now I entered kind of early. I entered right here as we went into this gap. And then, although I would prefer to have my stop at this high, I could only afford to put my stop here. And obviously, since today just completely chop, 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 it didn't reach the high. Um, it ended up creating, again, a microcycle just like the previous day right here. And then it just sold off on the microcycle to the shitter. Hit this gap, super clean right there. And then it just completely sold off. So 2 days back to back of just straight chop, and like your only entry literally is like after, literally at the end of 10 o'clock, and you'd have to hold it just in godless amounts of, or you enter pre, like before we drop at 9, so like 9:30. So in this case, in my opinion, best entry. There's no exact entry really. You would just have to enter in the premium, which I understood later. I only took one shot yesterday, which was this day. But yeah, no, it was unfortunate because it was an easy, very easy draws, and it is what it is. But like hella ass. So that was Nell there, but still, like in this case, there wasn't really a strong lower time frame, higher time frame gap. Like we pulled back up at 9:55. You see into there, and then we didn't have. You see this one body closed in there, body closed below, and I'm pretty sure I entered. Yeah, I entered as a closed. So this candle right here. So body one closed in, one closed out. I entered, and then it just pulled me up. 10 a.m. was like some trash ass news that didn't release anything. It just ended up chopping, and then that Newswick ended up creating the SMT, which was diabolic. But low key, it just seems like you just gotta wait for literally all the news to go through, and then it either manipulates, and then you get an entry, or it just expands, runs away. Because My plan was the news would expand lower because, 9, 10, and then our draws are so low. But what ends up happening is just a PM delivery, which honestly, this happens like maybe like a couple times a month. And it makes sense that it's in Q4 because Q4, it's just what it does. So it's whatever. But yeah, that's the setup. Now, the ones that I took, let me find that. Um, here's one I took. I shorted it right there, right before 9:55. It went up into the wick, and I just thought it would continue because I was like, okay, in today's case, it's obviously bearish. This is the only gap, so I just took it. But I didn't see any higher time frame, and that's pretty much what costed me because you gotta wait for that higher time frame. So then this micro happened with a 15-minute touch in the gap. 15-minute fair value gap got touched. And then obviously you could have entered anywhere there or waited for the first fair value gap to form, which would be this one, and then delivered. So it happens. Here's what it is. This was a 1RR L, 1RR. It happens. Like 1RR is not bad because as long as we go after the first one, it's chill. So yeah, that's it for the day. Bye.